Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing an epilator from a brand called KEDA or KEDA. The model is named KD-189A, but before we dive in, here are a few disclaimers. This video is for educational purposes. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I purchased this product with my own money. Please watch the video until the end to ensure you don't miss anything. Let's get started. I'm starting this review with a more complicated and often overlooked topic, charging the device. You should know that this epilator uses an NICD battery, which requires charging for at least 8 to 10 hours. However, the information provided is contradictory. On the box, it stated the charging time is 8 hours, while on the device itself, it says to charge for 10 hours. What makes it even more confusing is that the charging LED indicator doesn't turn off or change color to signal when it's fully charged. So what I did was plug in the epilator and set my alarm to 8 hours. This wasn't my first time buying an epilator. Back in 2020, I purchased another epilator from KEDA, the model KD-190R. That model only had one speed setting and its hair plucking mechanism was narrower. In comparison, the KD-189A comes with two speed settings and a wider hair plucking mechanisms. Between the two, the KD-189A is definitely the better option due to its improved speed and wider plucking mechanism. With this epilator, I can remove 99% of my armpit hair in just 10 minutes, much faster than at-home waxing. Plus, it's far less messy compared to waxing, which can be very sticky. That being said, I don't recommend using any epilator on pubic or facial hair. The pain from using an epilator on pubic hair is excruciating. After plucking pubic hair with the epilator, my skin felt sore for nearly 24 hours. Ironically, I'm used to plucking pubic hair with tweezers, which doesn't hurt nearly as much as using epilator. So I'm not sure what went wrong. As for facial hair, I know the face has a lot of nerve endings, so I tried to use it on my chin. The next day, I noticed small pimples starting to develop. Interestingly, when I pluck my mustache with tweezers, I don't get any pimples. I suspect the acne might have been caused by the oiliness of my chin. But I haven't used an epilator on my face again since then. It's not worth the risk. Before we move to the final chapter of this video, I'd like to discuss a common issue that many of us have faced, that is ingrown hairs. This was actually the reason I stopped epilating and waxing and went back to shaving in the first place. Back then, I couldn't find an effective way to prevent ingrown hairs. Even though I followed common tips like avoiding deodorant for the first 24 hours after epilating, wearing loose clothing, and exfoliating 2-3 times a week. Unfortunately, these tips didn't work for me, so I decided to stop. Now, in 2025, I've learned a much better method for dealing with ingrown hairs: exfoliating daily, at least twice a day. What I mean is that you should use a loofah or exfoliating gloves every day once your hair starts growing back. Do this consistently for at least a week or until you can feel most of the hair in your armpits with your fingers. This trick has worked wonders for me. I no longer experience any itching or stinging sensation when the hair starts to grow back. The KEDA KD-189A works as advertised. It does a great job of removing most unwanted hair. However, I wouldn't recommend using it on your face or in the pubic area due to the discomfort and potential side effects. That being said, I honestly wouldn't recommend buying this model. There's a new epilator on the market, the KM-189B, which uses a lithium battery, charged in just 3 hours and operates more quietly. Additionally, the price difference between these two epilators isn't significant. Based on standard pricing in Malaysia, without any discount, both models are fairly similar in cost, but you can definitely find them at a lower price with discounts. I believe I've covered everything that needs to be discussed. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below.